before I get into tonight's show, there's something that's been brought to my attention, and I was really angry about it. Not really just angry, but furious about it. And I'm glad that it's been brought to my attention, and I'm glad that I had the opportunity to look into it and figure out what was going on. So, what I want to first talk about this evening is someone that has cast a huge dark shadow over the true crime YouTube community, or just true crime community in general. And that person's name is ZAV Girl. And if everybody is not familiar with what happened, well, she got a hold of Gannon Stauch autopsy photos and decided to put them behind a paywall on Patreon and have her subscribers view those photos on her Patreon. Knowing what I know about that case, and knowing that the way that that little boy died after being found of being in a suitcase, for weeks or months, I don't know why anybody would want to pay money to view any of those photos. And if you did, then shame on you. Shame on you. And shame on ZAV Girl for exposing that behind a paywall to make money off someone's death photos. Now, look, I know that a lot of people don't like the true crime community because of situations like this and the types of subjects that we get into, and the types of things that we talk about, and the things that we chat about, and the things that we bring to life. I'm angry about this. I really am. I'm really, really angry about this because we're going to catch the shit from it now. And believe me, we catch a lot of shit. I read Reddit. I know what people say about us on Reddit. They hate us. They hate the true crime community. There's thousands of threads about us. But what I want to do is pull up this story here and get you all informed as to what's going on. So ZAV Girl, this is from Wealthy Peeps. ZAV Girl autopsy photos. Was she caught for stealing Gannon's pics? And this was a story that was put out today, July 11, 2023. ZAV Girl gets users' attention after a controversy of selling autopsy photos. ZAV Girl autopsy photos begin circulating online, causing outrage and disappointment among internet users. ZAV Girl is a true crime YouTuber who gets caught selling, I'm sorry, it wasn't stealing, it was selling, my correction, selling autopsy photos of Gannon Stauch, who was murdered by his stepmother. Stauch was an 11-year-old kid who went missing in January of 2020. After triggering a nationwide search, his stepmother, Letitia Stauch, was eventually kept on the prime suspect list. A furious backlash has erupted against true crime YouTubers ZAV Girl and Natasha Cooper. She was involved in this as well, as they allegedly charged their Patreon to view gruesome autopsy photos of Gannon Stauch. This is an 11-year-old boy. What the fuck? What in the fuck are you thinking? Where is your moral fucking judgment? Moral fucking judgment. And even if it wasn't an 11-year-old boy, you shouldn't be doing this at all to anybody. We'll read on here. The shocking revelation sparked widespread online outrage, arguing that exploiting such a tragedy for self-gain is unethical. It's been over 2 years since Stauch is missing, but was recently in the headlines on social media. Currently, his autopsy pictures were shared online by crime YouTubers. ZAV Girl autopsy photos now trend online as the creator faces heavy backlash against her actions, and she should. Following Gannon Stauch's death, his autopsy photos were widely circulated online. Such photographs are unethical and insulting to be departed in their families. YouTuber ZAV Girl and Tasha Cooper, and shame on you too, garnered a following by covering and discussing true crime cases for their audiences, but this time they went too far with the case. ZAV Girl earned over 92,000 YouTube subscribers on YouTube, who described her channel as a platform to give victims of tragic crimes a voice. That is not the proper way to give any victim a proper voice. Shame on you. You're disgusting. You should be thrown off YouTube, and Natasha Cooper should be thrown off YouTube as well, because people like you give people like us a bad name. Reportedly, she holds a bachelor's degree in psychology and aims to engage in community discussion to archive new insights into human behavior. On the contrary, Natasha Cooper has a smaller subscriber base with at least 2,000 followers. She focused on creators' awareness and discussing unsolved and solved crime cases, welcoming and respecting, quote, respecting different opinions and engaging with her viewers. Despite claiming to have respectful community discussions, the YouTubers went too far, releasing autopsy photos of an 11-year-old boy who was brutally murdered by his stepmother. Moreover, ZAV Girl and Natasha Cooper have Patreon profiles where they offered exclusive content to their subscribers. I can't even get through this article. I'm so disgusted by this. Charging a specific fee structure, the YouTubers now face severe backlash. Viewers struggled that they utilized Gannon Stauch's autopsy photos to make money. Screenshots circulating on social platforms showing Cooper's update on Patreon, stating that ZAV Girl would be live streaming crime scenes and autopsy photos. Her post indicated that only subscribers starting at a $3 level, so it was $3, a life worth $3, to show these brutal photos of a murdered 11-year-old boy. Shame on you. You're a disgusting person. Or above could have access to the live stream. Hence, expressing their outrage and disgust at the content creators for profiling from a tragedy involving an 11-year-old child. Twitter and Reddit were flooded with condemnations directed at content creators, condemning their actions as exploitation. This is what I mean. So because you go out and you're so fucking selfish and so money hungry, you put this type of crap out there, and it sheds this dark cloud, which we have to shed every single day for doing this on this platform. And now it whips up Twitter and Reddit. And these people hate us, believe me. On one user on the platform tweeted, reading, "A new low for true crime. It's absolutely despicable. Gannon Stauch was an 11-year-old boy, deserves his dignity and death. He was a child who was brutally murdered. A line has been crossed. This is not good. I hope the family takes action." Similarly, the hashtag Gannon Stauch has been trending on Twitter. Also, many users urge Patreon and YouTube to take action against ZAV Girl and Natasha Cooper. I am saying it today. If anybody's reviewing this stream today, you need to take down the accounts of ZAV Girl and Natasha Cooper. They should not be on this platform anymore. It's over. You're done. You should never be back here. And I hope that you never recover for this. And it doesn't matter how much you apologize. You've gone way too far. I'm done. And we are done. We don't want this type of behavior in our community. And that's why I've sat here for the last weeks calling out all these other fucking creators that come on and spread these lies about the people in Idaho. I'm tired of it. This shit needs to stop. And you as viewers need to stop viewing this content, because you are enabling these people to continue with what they're doing. So if you are viewing these creators, shame on you as well. Don't enable these people anymore. They're going to continue to do it, because all the bottom line for these people are clicks, views, super chats, memberships, whatever, PayPal donations, stop. These people don't care. At the end of the day, they will move on and go to the next case that they can exploit for clicks and views. They were also called for the suspension of their accounts. User-reported and exploited murdering child autopsy photos were deemed morbid, damaging, and unethical, with the demands of ZAV Girl to face consequences for their actions. I hope that there's some attorney involved in this, and I hope that there are charges in this case. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. So, what did I do? Well, I was following Brian Entin today, and Brian tweeted out. Let me just, I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm going to enlarge it a little bit more so y'all can see it. So Brian says, why would a YouTuber think it's appropriate to post autopsy photos of a brutally murdered 11-year-old boy and then charge money for people to see the photos? Imagine how little Gannon Stauch's family feels. The prosecutor joins me live on News Nation at 9 p.m. tonight. So 9 p.m. tonight, the prosecutor is going to be on News Nation with Brian Entin. I wish I could bring it up. So I tweeted at Brian because I saw his post. I said, unfortunately, ZAV Girl's actions are going to cast more negative light on the true crime YouTube community. We get enough shit already. Brian tweeted back to me, and I was surprised. He said, not my intention. I love the true crime YouTube community mostly. Most people are respectful and victim focused. Even some who don't like me still do a pretty good job. So I responded and said, I respect you as a journalist. You cover each case with respect and dignity. Your Idaho coverage is solid. What was done by ZAV Girl is uncalled for and just shows the lack of moral judgment. So I went to the floor today. And I stuck up for the YouTubers that are trying to do this right, to try to give a real voice to the victims, to try to give a real voice to the community, to try to give a real voice to the families. But this shit needs to stop. You all need to stop. Stop making things up. And I've said this for a while. Our lives go on. Your life goes on. These families' lives have stopped. And now that they've just getting barely grieving through this horrible murder, it's all drummed up again because some idiot had to go out and put pictures behind a paywall of a dead boy for people to view. And if you paid $3 to see those photos, you're a disgusting person too. Man, this shit works me up. Not cool. Not cool. Not cool. All right, let me get a sip of water and then we'll get into the show. Hey everybody, if you've made it this far in the video, I just wanted to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the content today, please give it a thumbs up. Oh, also on the way out, hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on. So every time I drop a new video, you guys will be informed. And somewhere up here while I'm talking, you're probably going to see another video pop up. Make sure to click on that video as well. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.